Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reading your guys' weirdest moments on Star Stable. I posted a video, like a short, and I also posted a TikTok to get some of your weirdest stories. I've only gotten 3, so at the end I'll share some of mine once I'm done reading and giving my opinion. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, so I'm gonna go from least weird to most weird, and then to my stories. So we're gonna start. Andy Cooper said, I was out playing when I saw 4 horses jumping in place and running in place, and it was the weirdest thing ever. So, yes, that is kind of weird. I was kind of concerned at first when I first got that glitch. I think it's because people like to go in photo mode, and that's what it looks like when somebody goes into photo mode. I'm pretty sure that's why it did that. So, yeah. Daphne Prettyland says, I went to the indoor show jumping arena for a club event. I jumped my horse on the bleachers and flew over the jumping course, and then my club was so confused that when I didn't take a dangerous fall, then I jumped on the bleachers again and fell through the bleachers. I was laughing my head off, but someone thought I was hacking and reported me. Wow. Okay. I've never heard of that glitch before, but that is pretty insane. And I do not blame the person who thought you were hacking, because that is not normal. But yeah, that is kind of funny, so yeah. Sparkscales says, I was playing SSO on Nightstar, and I logged on and saw Lobel just spamming toes for over an hour. And anyone who typed anything but toes was literally yelled at by everyone. It was low-key scary. Okay, so first of all, I just have one thing to say to that. I was one of those people. Okay, now time for some of my stories. Yay! Okay, so there was this one time I was doing a wild roleplay, and for some reason the entire roleplay, the other people in the roleplay were just ignoring me. So I asked them why they were ignoring me and said that I was doing something inappropriate. I was so confused. Until apparently, I was AFK. Somebody was doing the bad rear to my horse while I was AFK, and everybody thought that I was like accepting it or role playing with them or something. But apparently everybody thought that, and so I just needed to explain to them that I was AFK. They continued to ignore me for some reason. I don't know why, but that was pretty weird. I don't know why people do that. But that happened, and yeah. It was not a very lovely experience. Okay, so there was this other time I looked in Global and I saw people were spamming. So I said, can we please stop spamming? This red icon is like really annoying me. And I got yelled at by everyone. So I just accepted the red icon. And this was like a really small server, so there were like 3 people spamming global and nobody else was in global except for me and the people who were spamming. I forget what server it was, but I know it was a smaller server. So yeah, that happened. And yeah. So there was this other time I was on Night Star, and this isn't really that weird. Some people had me do an interview to get into a club, but they were just asking if I had any experience in dressage, and I said no, this will be my first club that I join, and they said okay. Keep in mind that this is that they said, oh yeah, this is an experienced club. I just wanted to try it out to see if I would get through the interview. And for some reason I passed. I had no experience in dressage, clubs, any of that. So I don't even know why I got in the club. But yeah, it was still pretty weird. Okay, so a while back, I had posted a vid that said, let me hear your would you rathers, your SSO would you rathers, and I said that I'd post them. Sadly, that video never ended up getting released. If you hear stuff in the background, that's just the TV. I don't even know why they have it on max volume, but yeah. I will be giving some, I'll be doing the 2 would you rathers that I actually got on that video, because I feel bad for not posting that video and not mentioning them. So I'll mention them here. Would you rather SSO finish the main story, or SSO put time into fixing bad bugs and things like leadership boards? Bugs, definitely. I would rather have SSO fix bugs, because I prefer bug fixes because rather than the main story, because first of all, I don't really care about the main story. I don't care about questing in general. I hate questing. It's like my least favorite thing to do in this game. So I would choose bug fixes. So yeah. Would you rather have more customizations for inside of your barn, or have private paddocks where you can visit more of your horses? Private paddocks for sure. I don't find interest in really decorating my barn. I feel like that'd be pretty cool, but I would rather have a private paddock, because I feel like that'd be a cool feature to for SSO to add. I actually don't really like how the pasture is just a void. Like you know when you go into your home stable and you can put your horse in the so-called pasture? It's literally just a void. There's no pasture outside of the barn. There's nothing. You can't, but I feel like it'd be pretty cool, like, if you're talking about this, you can go outside of your barn and you can see all of your horses, all of your other horses that you have in the pasture just running around. That'd be pretty cool, like something similar to Wild Horse Islands. Yeah, I feel like that'd be pretty cool. So, like, I really don't have anything else to say, so I'm just gonna end it here. I ended up getting BronzeHoof from level 7 to level 9. So, yeah. There was like this whole chunk of footage that I needed to cut out because I really didn't have anything else to say. So, I'm just gonna do my outro here. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys. Yeah. Why are you still watching this video? Get out of here.